Hi guys. Okay, so we're going to solve a problem before it exists. So in macOS, by default, what happens is every external drive that you add to the machine gets added to the Spotlight index. So when you want to do a Spotlight search, which is the little magnifying glass in the corner, or Command spacebar, it goes and searches every single connected drive, even if you're just looking for a simple document. So that slows everything down because some of those drives that are connected are actually mechanical drives or they're network drives. Spotlight still sees them as local drives. Ideally, we only want to be indexing the drives that we use often, like maybe a scratch disk that you're using for video, and your internal drive. Anyway, if none of that meant anything to anybody, you can still speed up your Mac doing these two things. So let's have a look at the desktop quickly. Right, so if I run a Spotlight search, and just in case you didn't know what that is this. So you're searching for Windows 2000, and it'll bring up these web results, or if you happen to have Windows 2000 on your machine, it'll bring that up too, I suppose. But, well, as you can see there, Spotlight is busy indexing all of these hard drives. Now that's because I've reset the indexes, but even so, it's indexing all of those hard drives all of the time. And I've got 9 drives here, I think. I currently have 8 drives. You know, I have up to 11 drives connected, and they're all filled with video footage that I don't need indexed. So we need to turn off 2 features. The one is we need to go and tell Spotlight which drives not to index. Okay, so we come down to Spotlight in Preferences, Spotlight Privacy. You can add locations here that you don't want indexed because you don't want to index all your camera footage all the time, and then you want to do a simple search and it takes 5-10 seconds for Spotlight to respond. So I'm going to go and select all of those connected drives. This is a mechanical drive, mechanical drive, mechanical drive, mechanical drive, network drive. That's my local SSD, leave it alone, mechanical drive, mechanical drive. Now that I've added these to the privacy exclusion list, Spotlight will no longer index those drives. So if I run another Spotlight search now quickly for macOS, you'll see that, one, it's perceivably quicker. My machine is already very quick, but it's not indexing those drives anymore. It's going straight to the results. That's the one thing we need to set. Second thing we need to set is we need to tell the OS not to put our mechanical drives to sleep. So if I go to battery, and I go to options, it's a hidden way option now. At the top, I've got slightly dim the display, prevent automatic sleeping on power adapter, and the third option, put hard disks to sleep when possible. So I want to say never put my hard drives to sleep. Now what that's going to do is it's going to prevent your hard drives from spooling down and going to sleep, which means when you type in a Spotlight search, it's now going to prevent Spotlight from waking those drives up, which takes a long time, especially network drives, 10-15 seconds before you get any results. The argument here is, what are the power savings? Minimal. What are the data integrity issues? There aren't any, in my opinion. And from having failed drives in the past, I found that if you are allowing your drives to go to sleep, you have a higher chance of those drives failing. On, off, on, off, on, off is never good for hardware. Rather set your drives never to go to sleep. So if you do those 2 things, set your battery options or your power options, whatever. Mine's a MacBook, so it's under battery options, to never let the hard drives go to sleep. And in Spotlight, if you go and remove all of the drives that you don't want indexed all of the time, do those 2 things, and your Mac will respond a lot quicker, specifically Spotlight searches. So that's that for now. Hope it helps. Okay, bye.